The Skaven are a race of humanoid rat men who inhabit the caves, tunnels, mines and sewers of the Warhammer world. They control a vast under-empire which reaches from the Southlands to Kislev and from Estalia to the Far East. The god of the Skaven is the Horned Rat, whose high priests form the Council of 13. The direct agents of the Council are an order called the Grey Seers. Most of Skaven society is organized into innumerable clans, all of which are ruled by the Council. The 4 great clans mercilessly dominate the weaker warlord clans. The Skaven are ruled by the Council of 13, an assembly of their most powerful leaders, tested and approved by the Horned Rat. The Council forever tries to impose its rule over the rebellious Skaven clans, often resorting to threats, terror, assassination and brutal punishment. By order of the Council of 13, the study of magic is restricted only to the Grey Seers and the warlock engineers of Clan Skryre. Magic not tied to the worship of the Horned Rat is thought by most to be heretical, as suggested by the 169 commandments of their malign deity. Clan Skryre blends magic and technology, permitted by the Black Pillar of Commandments. The plague priests of Clan Pestilens also have terrible powers of plague that are akin to magic but are gained through different methods. Clan Pestilens claims that the disease and plague are a gift of the Horned Rat, and so their magic is also a divine blessing. In addition, Clan Eshin has secretive sorcerers said to be gained from Cathay. They focus on shadow magic, using both Ulgu and Dar, and when they die their bodies boil away to nothing more than a greasy puddle. Both Grey Seers and Warlock Engineers can unleash spells of ruin, and both Grey Seers and Plague Priests can unleash spells of plague, but only Grey Seers can summon the dreaded 13th spell. Out of all the armies within the known world, no army could match the impeccable numbers of the Skaven race. When the Skaven abandon their secretive ways and emerge from their subterranean lairs, they do so for only one reason: to unleash vicious, inhuman and lightning-fast warfare. It is a nightmarish scene, a ravenous horde, a chaotic and rolling tide of verminous ratmen. An individual Skaven warrior is of little match against any of the other races in a one-on-one fight. Without allies to aid him, a Skaven's cowardice would naturally make him flee from direct combat, only fighting if there is no other alternative except death. As such, to each and every Skaven, there's only one racial strength, and that strength is numbers. Skaven society is divided into thousands of different Skaven clans, all of which are subject to the authority of the Council of 13. There are 4 powerful clans known as the Great Clans, which dominate the countless weaker warlord clans. The Great Clans are highly specialized and have become an established part of the greater hierarchy of Scavendom. The warlord clans, innumerable and expendable, also have a role in the greater scheme of things. The clan rats of the warlord clans make up most of the warriors in the armies of the Skaven, with the Great Clans lending their specialized support. Warlord clans have a definite hierarchy, although the positions are in no way fixed. Skaven advance as far as their cunning, ruthlessness, treachery, ambition and strength take them. Skaven within the clan constantly struggles to ascend and defend their positions from would-be usurpers. At the very peak of each clan is the warlord. In some of the larger clans, there will then be a second rank of lesser warlords. The next level is formed by the chieftains, followed by a warrior class composed of clan rats and the elite storm vermin. At the very bottom of Skaven society are the teeming masses of the Skaven slaves. Skaven are usually around 4 to 5 feet tall when they stand up straight, although the largest can reach 6 feet tall. Fur covers their bodies except for their ears, muzzles, hands and fleshy rat tails. Fur colour indicates a Skaven's role in society. Most Skaven are brown or piebald. White or grey is rare and indicates leadership, intelligence and especially sorcerous ability. Those with black or dark brown fur tend to be the largest, and the colour is considered the mark of a born killer, and most dark-furred Skaven become elite warriors or assassins. Skaven are twitchy, agitated creatures. Their metabolism allows them to burn energy at an incredible rate, boosting their agility and speed to unnatural levels. This effect also gives them an enormous hunger, which after heavy exertion can be so bad that the Skaven visibly weakens and dies. As a result, the Skaven will feast on the dead of either side after a battle. Female Skaven are rare and at most semi-intelligent, but are capable of giving birth to huge litters very frequently. This means that these Skaven are probably the most numerous of all races. The god of the Skaven is the horned rat. Its sacred number is 13, and so 13 is an important number in Skaven society. For example, there are 169 grey seers, 13x13. Vermin lords are demons of the horned rat and can be summoned by a grey seer. This is often used as a threat to unruly warlords, although no grey seer would dare to summon a vermin lord unless they absolutely had to. Skaven society is a lawless world where the strongest and most cunning rise to the top, while the weakest are eaten or enslaved. Every Skaven is constantly fighting for supremacy, whether to advance or to defend his position from would-be usurpers. Fights are usually not to the death, but any Skaven who is maimed will quickly be dispatched by the victor. Treachery is not seen as dishonourable in any way. Indeed, it is the traditional way of advancing in Skaven society. The most important material used by the Skaven is warpstone. It is used as an ingredient in magic, technology, mutation, metallurgy, poisons, and even their currency. There are over 70 types of treaty pledges or pact marks which can be scratch-marked onto hides to document and agree to temporary alliances between clans. It is true that no Skaven ever believes in the sincerity of them. The ritual of claw-marking these certificates is very important. Negotiations is key, with all involved parties looking for telltale signs to aid them in understanding whether or not they actually have the upper hand. A clan that knows it has a treaty pledge and an advantage is more likely to break trust first. Skaven technology is heavily warpstone-based. Virtually everything they create has at least a tiny piece of warpstone in it to increase its potency and deadliness. The majority of Skaven weapons are developed by Clan Skryre. The warlock engineers of Clan Skryre create infernal engines of destruction and then bind magically energy to the machine to increase its potency and destructiveness. Some of the most feared and deadly weapons created by Clan Skryre are the Warp Lightning Cannon and the Warplock Jezzails. The Skaven of Clan Moulder are experts at breeding and mutating other living beings to create the perfect killing creature. Their master moulders create unnatural creatures to sell to other clans. Some of the more infamous creations of Clan Moulder are the Hell Pit Abomination and the hulking rat ogres.